Hey, welcome to our channel today. I'm actually delving into a fascinating topic that can transform the way you teach Qigong and keep your students coming back. I was first introduced to Maslow's theory in my teacher training at a Western university. And at first I thought it was a bit boring, but then it really made me, honestly, a better teacher because it taught me about the psychology of our students. We'll explore how Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is a psychology framework you might have heard of, can help you empower your Qigong students. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a theory of human motivation, and it categorizes our needs into 5 levels. It can go from basic physiological needs all the way up to self-actualization. Now, I'm going to break it down because in this video, I'm only really interested in the physiological needs and what you as a teacher can do before your class even begins to help you with that. So if we start with the basics, physiological needs, it's really quite simple. Your students need to be comfortable. And actually, I would argue so do you. How that equates in the physiological is the space that you are teaching in needs to be a clean, warm, comfortable environment. And I'm going to give you some tips on how I create that environment in my class. The first thing that I look for in a venue is windows. Do the windows actually open? And it could be the perfect environment, but if the windows don't open, I won't take it. I won't hire that hall, simply because, in Qigong, we're getting rid of toxic energy, and you don't want all your students breathing in somebody else's or each other's toxic energy. So I always look for windows that open because I want my students to be breathing in as much fresh air as they can. The other thing that I look for is water. Now, in a big sports barn, they usually have little water dispensers. I always go around and check that they're full, I check that they're clean, and I check that they're working. If I'm in more of a village hall type where they don't have the same facilities as a big sports barn, I will usually ask students to bring their own water. Lighting is also important. I try as best as I can to be in a position where I can manipulate the lighting. If we want more meditation, I lower the lighting. If I want them to get more active and come alive, I put the lights on, etc. I'm going to be talking about this little thing that's actually a light. What I do is set that up on my station, but it's small enough to actually fit into a little pocket. If you work the hours I do, it can be up to 10 o'clock at night in village halls. Are just on any lights. So this little thing is my savior. You've just got to make sure it's charged. The next thing that I do is I light incense. In a village hall, it's easier, I think, to control your environment, whereas when you go into a big sports barn, we could be following in 50 taekwondo kids or boxing or boxercise class where it's smelly, it's sweaty, and it's not that inviting. So I use incense, but the type of incense that I use is kind of special. It's Japanese incense. In the 40 odd years that I've been teaching, it hasn't set off one fire alarm. Obviously, you've got to use your common sense and not put it underneath a fire alarm, but it's a very light aroma of pine and sandalwood. And the great thing about it is because it's Japanese incense, it hasn't got any impurities in it. The stuff that you buy at the supermarkets and the garden centers has a lot of toxic in it. With Japanese incense, it doesn't. It has no core as such, and that's what you've got to look at in incense. The good news for that is anybody who's asthmatic, it won't affect them. Now, we use this incense in every class that I've been to and taught over the 4 decades, but we also use it in our clinic. And as I said, I feel it's fairly safe because no one has had an adverse reaction from it. I have usually gone round either the village hall or the sports centre and made sure that everything is as it should be. I even check the toilets, check that there's toilet roll in there, for instance. You'll be amazed how many times people have been caught out by that. But the sceneness, the atmosphere that I want to create is an experience. I want them to have 1 hour of looking after themselves and teaching them this ancient art of Qigong. And it starts off with music. And I'm going to put up next the music that is everybody's favorite. It starts off with a gong, and it kind of automatically puts people in Qigong mode. The favorite is the one that we play in clinic. The favorite is the one that I play in all my classes, is this one. But it starts with a gong, and it automatically says to students, okay, I'm in me mode, I'm in learning mode. I can forget about the ironing at home, the shopping, the children, the work, my boss, whatever is hassling me or stressing me, and I'm actually in my own time now. It's that gong at the start that kind of puts you in Qigong mode. So there you go, there's some tips on how you can improve the environment in your own Qigong classes and integrate Maslow's theory of needs. If you found the video helpful, please let me know by giving me a like. Thanks for watching.